This past week, CP3 announced that he'll be signing with the Los Angeles Clippers for his final season. As a CP3 fan, I love this signing not only because of the nostalgia factor with his history with Lob City,
Here we go again. The lob, again, are you kidding me?
but also the fact that this Clippers team could potentially win it all. Now, in saying that, the Western Conference is even more of a bloodbath next year. With the Nuggets getting much-needed depth, the Rockets getting Kevin Durant, OKC running it back after winning a championship, and that's not to mention the Wolves, the Warriors, and the Lakers all vying for contention. Yeah, the odds are extremely slim, but there's a small chance it could all work out.
Every accolade that you can imagine, except for one, a title. How much does that mean to you at this point in your career?
That's the goal.
The Clippers this past season fell short in the first round, losing to the Denver Nuggets in 7 games. It was a really hard-fought series, and I feel like people really understate just how close it was. Like Aaron Gordon Summer getting this tip dunk to go in probably won them the whole series. Regardless, Game 7 turned out to be a disaster for the team as they suffered a blowout loss. In the offseason, the front office made a couple of key acquisitions following this defeat. The first one being trading Norman Powell and a second-round pick for John Collins. Collins averaged 19 points on excellent efficiency in Utah this past season. The Jazz seemingly traded him away because he was winning them too many games. While Powell was a key piece to the team's success last season, he averaged 23 points. He was in all-star considerations for most of the year. Collins does bring them much needed size in the front court. Like the Clippers have been playing Kawhi at the 4 for the longest time. Collins allows you to slide Kawhi over to the 3, and now he isn't guarding big guys anymore. So yeah, he brings that, and then in addition, he's also a lob threat and a floor spacer. Like he played really well this past season. The only question mark will be how he fits into the rotation, because if you're playing Collins at the 4, then does that limit Zubac in some type of way? They then followed that up by signing Brook Lopez to a $14 million deal. Well, past his prime at this point, so going from Ben Simmons, who didn't even look at the rim, to Brook Lopez, Splash Mountain, a guy who can shoot threes, is a huge pickup for the Clippers. He's still a great rim protector, but these concerns about, how you play against space and space teams. Like against the Pacers last year, the Bucks got destroyed, and a big part of that was they had to play Brook in drop coverage. But in this scenario, he's gonna be coming off the bench to back up Zubac, so he wouldn't be as essential to the squad as he was for the Bucks last season, man. So it wouldn't be as big of a deal in my opinion. The front office also signed Bradley Beal after he got bought out by the Phoenix Suns to a $5 million deal. Now, Beal has been labeled as one of the worst players in the league, but I think some people forget that's in relation to his contract. Is Beal worth $50 million a year? Hell no. But at $6 million with his production, he's a steal for the Clippers. He's definitely defensive concerns, but he pretty much matches what Powell did for them last season offensively. Beal last season averaged 17 points on pretty excellent efficiency. I think in Phoenix, it was just a very weird situation for him because the Suns were super guard heavy and he's guarding threes. He's out here guarding Kawhi. Like the Suns were pretty much in mismatches throughout most of their games, and they also had no center, so like it just wasn't working. That big 3 was a disaster, but that's for another video. Lastly, the Clippers re-signed Harden and Batum to new contracts, and of course signed CP3 to a $3.6 million deal. Chris Paul, while old, is still one of the best playmakers in the league. You can see how much he boosted Wemby's efficiency when they won the court together. He shot 37% from 3 this past season on increased volume. Most of his shots came from the 3-point line. Yeah, as he ages, we've sort of seen this transition from Chris Paul. Like, nowadays, he barely goes to the rim. Like, I think this entire season, he only went to the rim like 17 times. So, it's going to be a lot of mid-range shots, which he still has, and a lot of 3-pointers, and that's perfectly fine. Last year, Harden was top 5 in minutes played, and a big reason why was the offense fell apart when he wasn't on the court. I think one of Chris Paul's biggest value adds to this team will be taking some of the playmaking duties off of Harden's shoulders, running the show while he's on the bench. Side note, this was super successful in Houston. I know Chris Paul and Harden are a little bit older now, but that was a big reason why they were able to win so many games, man. Like, as soon as Harden came off the bench, you had Chris Paul coming in, and they stayed afloat in that way. Here's Mike D'Antoni talking about it.
And that year we had Chris Paul also, and the same thing with Chris. Chris, when he came in, James on the bench, our second team was really good. If you look at that year, that second team with Chris running it, usually if we're up 3, we're up 8. If we're down 2, we're up 5. It's like that second group either lengthened or whatever. And Chris was just a maestro at running our offense.
Overall, after all those additions, when you look at this team on paper, it looks pretty damn good. They go 11 deep with quality pieces around 2 stars in Kawhi and Harden. They have a solid mix of playmaking, shooting, and defense. A lot of versatility on the squad. These questions on minutes and rotations because they have 11 people, and they're suffering from success right now with the amount of depth they have.
Into this ball game, and Steve Ballmer excited about the job that his team has put forth.
No one on this team should play over 36 minutes until the playoffs starts. They're going to play with a slow pace just like they did last year, but still have an efficient offense. I think that's going to be key for them to keep, all these old guys healthy. When they play against young teams, I mean, there's definitely concerns about that, but they have defenders in Derek Jones and Chris Dunn who can slot in for some of those key matchups. Hopefully, these two things can be potential answers for the big question. The big question, as always for the Clippers, is can they stay healthy? Kawhi actually made it through a playoff series this year, but can he do it again for a full 16 wins? CP3 is always a question mark come playoff time. Can he stay healthy? The average age for the squad is 30.7, by far the highest in the league. The unction is in full force, ladies and gentlemen. If they are, I think they have a chance, and what a story it would be. Chris Paul returning to the team he helped build and winning a ring, ending the CP3 0 rings jokes for once and for all. Him and Harden completing the journey they set out to complete together 7 years ago against the Warriors. Kawhi winning a 3rd championship with another outcasted team. A group of vets showing the young guns how to do it. Low-key, you couldn't script this shit any better. This is some Disney type storyline, but will they actually do it? Can they actually do it? The odds are extremely slim, man. I won't lie to you. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
First of all, this is a humbling experience. I'm grateful and thankful to be here, to be able to play this game that I love. And most of all, I'm in a Clipper uniform because I believe in this organization.